Hello YouTube, I'm Hills on the Hunt, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are traveling around the world with movies, so let's go. Alrighty, so welcome back to the channel. So yeah, like I said, we're traveling around the world with movies. Um, it's been something that's been playing on my mind for a little while. I was curious to see kind of how many different countries essentially I have movies from. Turns out quite a few actually. But and I was then curious to see kind of what other people have in their collection. Um, so if you look at labels such as Artificial Eye, you've got your Tartans, they have movies from kind of around the globe. Um, Obviously, your Tartan Asia, where you've got Japan, Korea, China, Taiwan, so on and so forth. You've got movies from all those kind of countries that fall into that regime. So I was curious to see kind of what I could dig up, but I didn't want to kind of go overboard and wanted to kind of try and get more people involved. So what I have is 5 movies, 5 different countries, and I'll tag 3 people at the end of this video. Now, the only thing I want to keep avoiding is US, as in US made movies and British made movies. Um, I think those are the most common that you'll find. So any other country in the world is free reign. Go in, grab from whatever you've got, and then show off. And the more obscure, the better. Let's really dig into our collections and see kind of what we hold. So yeah, so like I said, I'll tag 3 people, but it's open for anyone. Anyone wants to take part. Yeah, let's have some fun with this one. It's something different. In terms of a tag, it's not something I've seen on YouTube or on Instagram. So let's give it a go and see how it works out. It may go well, it may tragically die, but you never know until you try it. So like I said, 5 movies, 5 countries, and then you will go from there. So the first country we're going to start with is a country that's in the news at the moment for a lot of bad things, but we'll leave that to one side. We'll talk about cinema from this country, and the country is Iran, and the movie is A Separation. So I watched this for the first time a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months. Absolutely blown away. What a movie this is. Golden Globe winner for Best Foreign Language Film 2002, winner of Golden Bear for the Berlin Film Festival 2011. Hell yeah. The only downside is it should have won more awards. It's a drama, a family drama, about a husband and a wife who inevitably split up because she wants to leave Iran to move to another country for her daughter's education, like to give her daughter a better education, while her husband has to stay in Iran because of his father, who's severely ill, is on an oxygen machine, and all that kind of stuff. So he wants to stay and support his father, and then they argue and go through court, and the daughter chooses to stay with her father. I believe she chooses. I think she chooses to stay with her father. It's then the trials and tribulation of him trying to navigate his daughter's life, his life with work, and looking after his father. And at this stage is where he hires help. She's someone they know through connections and family, and she comes and looks after her father. But she travels in from far. Now, what I remember from this movie is Iranian traditions is a woman can't go work for a single man without having her husband's permission. And to be fair to the husband to the main husband in this movie, I cannot remember his name, so you'd have to forgive me. He does ask her, like, "Can I speak to your husband? Like, can we get permission?" And she keeps saying yes, 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 but it never happens. Then situations start fading out where she leaves the house. The father, the old man, the ill man he almost dies. And there's a whole situation where she claims she was assaulted by the husband, by the man of the house, and a whole court case pours out where lies are brought out, truth is brought out, and just lives are tremble because of false accusations and all kinds of stuff play out. It's a seriously good movie. It is 2 hours long, but you'll be engrossed for the whole 2 hours. The movie's played in Persian with English subtitles, but it is a phenomenal movie. So the first movie for me is from Iran, and it's A Separation. We're moving from Iran to Mexico, and we have Cemetery of Terror by Ruben Galindo Jr. I love this movie. It's part of his trilogy. Trilogy, I guess not a trilogy in the sense of 3 movies that follow on from each other. It's just 3 movies from the same director, brought out in a very similar space of time. So you've got this, you've got Grave Robbers, and you've got Don't Panic, which is here as well. These superb slip covers from Vinegar Syndrome. Just amazing. Look at that. It's just beautiful, front and back. That's your movie cover. So this is from Mexico. It is, don't know what year it is. I think it's in the 90s. No, there it is. Sorry, 1985. There you go. So this movie's set on Halloween, and it revolves around a group of teenagers who are bored. When you're bored, you do stupid things. And the stupid things they do as a prank is they break into a morgue and steal a corpse. Because, you know, everyone's thought of doing that once in a while. But to follow that up, they break into the morgue, they steal the corpse, and then they end up at a really creepy house where they claim they're going to have a party with their girlfriends. But they find a book, a mystical book. Think of the book from Evil Dead. Think of that style of book. What's it called? The book from Evil Dead. They cast a spell, and that corpse comes to life, and then goes on a rampage. The unfortunate thing for them is that corpse they managed to steal was the corpse of a serial killer. So once he's released, he goes on a rampage. At the same time they're doing this, there's a group of younger kids, younger than the teenagers, who have also ended up in the cemetery because they want to celebrate Halloween. And a whole number of things happen. You've got the police trying to stop them, you've got corpses coming from the dead. It is just brilliant fun. It's just an enjoyable movie. All 3 of the movies are so much fun. Grave Robbers is really good. Don't Panic is really good. If you get a chance to check them out, please do, because they are superbly entertaining. My second movie is Cemetery of Terror, and this is from Mexico. Alright, so we'll finish up in Mexico, and then we'll travel to the other side of the world, and we'll go to Korea. And for Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. I love found footage. I'm a huge fan of Blair Witch Project, and I love this. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Asian cinema, and just in terms of horror and everything, just is a level above kind of your traditional American cinema, and this is no different. First time I watched it blew me away. It's just set around a film crew. Like they run a horror web series, and they go to visit this spooky haunted asylum. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted asylums in like the whole of the world, essentially. And they set up camp kind of outside in a tent, have their TV screens, and they send people in. And as the night goes on, things progress. Weird stuff starts happening kind of outside in the tent, where lights start flickering and they start seeing images. But it's what goes on inside the asylum that just blows you away. Very tight-knit, very small rooms, very claustrophobic. And it's just frightening. Some of the jump scares are just really good. Highly recommended if you have not seen it and you do enjoy found footage movies. This is superbly good. Really good in terms of things you see, like images straight in your face, and it's just coming out of everywhere, and it's just so well done. It's just so really well made. Definitely recommend it if you want to see something that's really creepy. Go watch Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. But that was our trip to Korea. And that was the movie. Is there any... I was going to see if there's any images on the cards that you get with them, but I don't want to take them out of the packet. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Take them out. It don't matter. But yeah, so you got the Asylum. It's seriously such a claustrophobic movie, like in terms of things you see. But yeah, go watch it. If you like your found footage and you're not privy to a jump scare or two, go watch Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. But that was movie 3, and that was Korea. We take our first trip to Europe, and we're traveling to Sweden for Video Man. This is from the ETR label. Superb art again on the front and back. Why do people call me a slip whore? Because I love slip covers. Why do I love slip covers? Look at them. Look how pretty they are. You can display this kind of either way, which is brilliant. Again, there's your movie cover on the front. It's still in the thing because I've got a DVD version that I watch. So I haven't opened this up yet, but we'll open this up now so you can see. If you do want to check this movie out without kind of having to fork out buying it, I believe it's on Amazon Prime in the UK. So highly recommend it. Get rid of that. So there's Video Man. This is from Sweden. It's marked as a comedy thriller. And so it's set around a guy named Ennio, who's a VHS collector. Very, very highly inspired by the Giallo scene, Italian Giallo. Whenever he gets together with his friend, they talk about just 2 directors mostly, Lucio Fulci and Dario Argento. And the question of the movie is, who's your favourite, Fulci or Argento? So that's also a question for you guys in the comments. Who is your favourite out of the 2, Fulci or Argento? That's a little sidebar for you guys. But what happens is he also needs money. He's got debts to pay, he's got things he needs to get paid off, and he holds a very extensive VHS collection. And one of his movies, I don't know if it tells me which movie it is. It doesn't say which movie it is, but I believe it's one of the Gates of Hell trilogy movies from Lucio Fulci that gets, he agrees a deal for someone to buy the whole bulk set, which will financially help him in the long run. But they'll only buy it as a bulk set. And the night before the deal taking place, one of the movies gets taken. He believes is stolen. And so he's on the hunt to try and find it. Not only has he got this going on, he also meets a woman as part of and they start having a relationship. And he's trying to manage that as well. Now, he is not the easiest character you can get on with. He's very, very moody. He's miserable. He's had a tough life. And he meets this woman, Simone, I think her name was, who is exactly the same as him. She's had a tough life. So it's 2 combustible elements almost trying to work together to not destroy each other. And it's just intriguing watching that battle between the 2 of them in terms of trying to survive while he's trying to find his tape, while he's trying to get his life back together. It's a really good watch. Really entertaining. It is slow paced, it's slow moving, but it keeps you going. There's enough going on, and especially when the buyer turns up and he doesn't have the movie, he has to try and make him stall. And it's just, not only has he got this, he's got this relationship going on. It's him trying to kind of figure life out. It's a really, really good watch. Highly recommend it. Like I said, it's on Amazon Prime in the UK. If you do want to check it out, but I highly recommend it. So this is Sweden, and this is Videoman. And last but not least, we travel to South America, to Argentina, for the Plaga Zombie Trilogy. There's your slipcover. Again, why do I love slipcovers? Look at it. This, right, and there's a reason I saved this for last. This is probably the best zombie trilogy you will have never heard of. I guarantee it. This was a blind buy for me from Strange Vice. I was on there placing an order, and like, I'm a moth to a flame because I saw this cover and I was like, yes, I need more of this. So I had no idea what the movie was about, nothing. I went in completely blind. When the movie arrived, only then I went on IMDb, and I just wanted to have a quick look at the trivia. I always like to look at the trivia because it gives you kind of silly information that you can get a gist of the movie. And the first thing it said to me was it was made with a $120 budget and they used cake frosting for the zombies. That was it. I was like, yes, thank you. I need some of that in my life. This trilogy is so much fun. It's seriously so good. The cast, who are also the directors or also the writers, are seriously good. Like, they're all entertaining enough. It's seriously fun. They've made this trilogy and they've had a good time making it. You can see it when it comes out on screen. The movie revolves around like the world, not the world, but like excuse me. It's about an experiment almost that goes wrong, which releases a zombie apocalypse on like this small town in Argentina, and it's down to these guys, and it's the biggest band of misfits that you can ever find. There's a doctor, there's a mathematician, and there's a wrestler. And yeah, one of them three guys. It's almost like this premise to a joke, isn't it? Like walk into a bar. Yeah. Anyway, but the three guys work together so well. Like they have the most British names. I can't remember one of them, but one of them's called John West. The other one's called Max Giggs, and I cannot remember the last one's name in the movie. That's going to annoy me. But they like each other, but they hate each other. John West, who's the wrestler, he's like your proper jock style guy, but he's so entertaining. And there's so much silliness in this movie. It takes away from the seriousness of the zombies. The zombies are fun as well. You can literally see the cake frosting all over their face. It's seriously so much fun. The movie makes me laugh every time. Like I've seen it a couple of times now, and it's just entertaining enough. I mean, you can see some of the kind of images there on the back. There's scenes where, even the front cover, there's scenes where there's a zombie attack happening, and like John Weston decides to break out into a song. Like he's claiming to be the best wrestler in the world. He's like does everything, and then he's got his own song. No, I'm not singing it to you because I can't remember it, and if I did, I still wouldn't be singing it to you. But there's another scene where Max befriends a zombie, and then there's a whole flashback scene of them like living together and having a good, happy life. The zombie's like his carer, his friend, and they like he pours him juice. It's just so silly. It's seriously so silly, but it's so entertaining. If I've never seen this movie anywhere else, like for sale. I think I only saw it on Strange Vice when I picked it up. But if you want something that's low budget, fun, not over the top, not overly gory, but just an entertainingly good time, go to Argentina. Well, don't go to Argentina. Go to Strange Vice. Pick up this Argentinian beauty, because I promise you, you will not be sorry. And if you don't like it, well, that's your own fault. I'm kidding. But yeah, I love this trilogy, and I can't wait to watch it again. Quite simply, the Titanic of homemade zombie films. Yeah. Think Assault on Precinct 13, Escape from New York, and every Peter Jackson and Sam Raimi splatter movie combined, and that's from Fangoria magazine. That tells you enough. Yeah, seriously, so much fun I had with this. But that was Argentina, and that was our last movie. So, to recap, My 5 movies from around the world. Iran. Mexico. Republic of Korea. South Korea. Sweden. Argentina. That's me traveling around the world with movies. Let's see yours. So, 3 people I'm going to tag is Roy Barrett. Roy. Blue Roy movies. I have a feeling he'll have a few from around the world. I'm intrigued to see what he's got. You know, we'll do Sammy G. Sammy G's World of Movies. I know he has a lot of round the world movies, so we'll get Sammy G involved. And last but not least, we'll do Tim. Tim's Film Waffle. So yeah, Roy, Sammy G, and Tim. Boys, you're up. Let's see what you have. If you like this video, and of course, if you want to take, I'm not going to stand outside your front door making you take part in this, because that would be odd. That would be very odd. But yeah, if you do want to take part, you don't want to wait for someone to tag you, feel free to jump in. Let's have some fun with this. Let's see what you've got. Like I said, let's try and find some obscure movies. There's my 5. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. So take care.